questions are, meanwhile, exploding over who was in President Biden's inner circle and knew about his cognitive and physical decline. It was something that was painfully obvious to anyone who just turned on the news here at Fox, at least. More importantly, if they did know, why didn't anybody tell the American people? Why not speak up? One former Democratic advisor says it's a mess of epic proportions.
Even Democrats knew, because 70 to 80% of them kept telling pollsters in 2022 and 2023 he was too old. It was the party leadership that kept saying, no, we're going with him. There's such little credibility within the party and the media to now pivot and say, well, now we have to ask all these questions about Trump's health and about what Trump's family is doing and Don Jr. and like everything, when there was such a blind eye with all of what was going on with Biden. So, look, we paid a price. We lost.
Look, this feels like an investigation now that needs to happen, and maybe Republicans lead it at this point, but we need answers on this. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy is with us now. Peter.
And so, Harris, what would they be investigating? Well, President Trump sits right now where Joe Biden did just a couple months ago, and he believes that this whole White House apparatus was manipulated by Biden aides.
They didn't want him, and they were disappointed in getting him because they wanted Bernie Sanders. And then after about 2 weeks, they said, wait a minute, this is a gift. He'll do anything. We're going to use the auto pen. And they use the auto pen and everything.
The sympathy for Joe Biden's health problems is bipartisan, but Democrats aren't buying the story that this cancer developed just since Biden left office, and count the former Biden COVID advisor Zeke Emanuel, an oncologist, among the most skeptical.
Oh, yeah. He did not develop it in the last 100, 200 days. He had it while he was president. He probably had it at the start of his presidency in 2021. Yes, that I don't think there's any disagreement about that.
But we were explicitly told there was no cover-up of President Biden's health problems. This was in last July.
Who ordered White House officials to cover up a declining president?
I know that that is a narrative that you love. And
No,
wait, hold on. It is not a cover-up. I know that is the narrative that you all want. It is not.
So, if it turns out that President Biden or his key advisors knew that he had serious health problems like prostate cancer, then that was a lie. Harris?
Peter Doocy, thank you very much. No major news outlets, even on the left side of the political spectrum, are pushing back against the deluge of brutal new reporting on former President Biden's decline and the ensuing cover-up. This is just a sample of some headlines. Politico. Those who are around Biden have nowhere to hide. Only a few weeks ago, prominent Dems were pushing back hard in private conversations about the phrase cover-up. Now, pure evasion. Turns out, then Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg only ever saw Biden on his good days. Same with National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer refuses to engage at all now. Will voters buy any of it? Power panel now in focus. Tiffany Smiley, former Republican Senate candidate of Washington, and Morgan Harper is here, former Democratic Senate candidate of Ohio. Welcome to both of you. Boy, it's a busy morning. We'll put Biden in focus now. Tiffany, I saw you nodding about the problems on the left with this issue. What are you thinking?
I mean, this is a really big deal. And unfortunately, if Biden was still president today, his administration would bury his health diagnosis, just like they